This is my part right here, though. This is the old guy. That's my jam. Hold up the little guy. Bird. Stunt coordinator on my shoulder. Peacemaker. All right, Peacemaker. This show is awesome. It just wrapped up its season 1, 8 episodes, and I loved it. It was fantastic. I'm not a big DC guy. I'm not even a big Marvel guy, but I did enjoy this show. I'm not a comics guy, to be honest. I like some comics, but not enough that I would call myself like a comics fan. I'm certainly not a fanboy. It was really fun. Everybody in it can actually act. I think James Gunn brings a lot to the table, has a lot of really interesting sensibilities. Super is a really fun movie.
Mommy. Annie, come here.
I haven't seen all of his work, but generally speaking, James Gunn, he's an all right guy. Everything felt honest and true and right, as insane and silly as it was, and I'm not gonna be giving away any spoilers, except to say that there is a point in the series in which our eponymous Peacemaker decides to pour himself and his friend a cocktail. It's called a peace train.
It is gin, vermouth, vinegar, peppercorn, a little maple syrup, and some yak butter.
Yak butter?
Hard to find an evergreen site. I'd use normal butter.
And in the show, it is not a drink that anybody likes.
Oh my God. Oh my God! What the fuck, man?
That's rude.
What's rude is you giving me a feces drink.
A lot of people were tweeting this thing at me, that I gotta make it, and it took me a minute to get around to it, so I apologize. And also, James Gunn did not specifically at me, but he did ask for some drink YouTuber out there somewhere to make this drink. I am that drinks tuber, although I'm not the first to do this. Other people have beaten me to the punch, so whatever. So to make this drink, I've got all my ingredients here. Let's just make it the way he said I should make it. I want to say that the Peace Train is a real cocktail. There's a real cocktail called the Peace Train. I'm gonna make that too. It's sort of a mid-century drink. It's not really very interesting, but we'll make it. I looked into the whole yak butter thing because I was like, well, maybe there's something there. What's up with the yak butter? Is that just a gag? Is yak butter a common ingredient? It's not common, but it is a thing. Yak butter ghee, and ghee is clarified butter, which is what I have here. Just regular ghee from good old Trader Joe's. Yak butter ghee is like a common health food store thing, or not common, but common enough. And there are things that he drops throughout the show, being a non-super, he doesn't have any innate superpowers. He is concerned with his diet to an unhealthy degree in this show. But it occurs to me that some point in his life was shopping at the health food store and can't get there anymore, and so he's using regular butter instead of yak butter. So I think that's valid. I think yak butter is valid. But I also had a hard time getting yak butter, so we're gonna go with clarified butter ghee. Which is fine. If you're gonna put butter in a cocktail, this is probably the right stuff to use. It shakes better. You could throw this in a shaker and it disappears into the drink like an actual ingredient, unlike a stick of butter, which will not. And that's it. I'm gonna shake this drink up as he described. Now, of course, we don't have his measurements. We do have to interpret a little bit. The one thing we do know for sure is that he was using Aviation gin. You can see it in the background of the shot there. I think that might be a Green Lantern reference. It could be. Okay, let's do it. Let's make this drink. Okay, so he calls for vinegar. I think based on what I saw, it was just plain white vinegar in the episode. I don't think he was using balsamic or a red wine. I think it was just plain white vinegar. This is like a food vinegar. He may have been using household cleaning vinegar, which would be a bit much. That's a 1/4 ounce of white vinegar. Vinegar is a very, very powerful ingredient. I don't think that's gonna taste so good. I don't think that's gonna taste so good at all, actually. I'm gonna add to that a 1/2 ounce of maple syrup. Just kind of thinking about where I'm going with this drink, what we're balancing towards. Trader Joe's maple. I think that he probably would shop at a Trader Joe's if there was a Trader Joe's nearby. We need yak butter, and about 1 ounce of it. Or in this case, it's not yak butter, of course, it's just regular ghee. So this is something you kind of do with a spoon. It's warm enough in here that it wants to liquefy. That's almost 1 ounce. I might do a little bit more than that. Butter and vinegar in the Peace Train. I'm gonna drink this. All right, so we need some peppercorn. I'm just gonna put a couple twists from my grinder here. And now we're into actual alcohol. Vermouth. In the show, the vermouth we see him use is definitely light in color. You could use whatever you want. I don't think it's gonna make too much of a difference. I think that a dry vermouth will really disappear into this drink. There's like no chance of you tasting that at all. So I'm going with a Bianco, like a Blanc vermouth. This is a white vermouth that is of a sweeter style. It's not gonna make the drink overly sweet. I just don't think a dry vermouth has any chance at all of cutting through this flavor. So we're gonna put an ounce of Bianco vermouth in there. I mean, I smell that. That's pretty powerful. And I want 2 ounces of my Aviation gin, which we know is the gin he was using. So that's our drink. Let's shake it. Crack my other ice cube. Ooh, my butter is not looking so good in there. My butter is looking very solid. Maybe I should have dry shook this first. I should have dry shook this first. Trying to break up this butter. I'm gonna put that in there. There was a lot of butter in there. A lot of floating butter pieces. I don't know, that kind of looks like what it looks like in the show, if I recall. I mean, it's dark and I think the glass is green, but a lot of black peppercorn in there. A lot of butter. Honestly, that smells kind of nice. It smells, the vinegar is intense, but like in the way that anything with Chartreuse in it would be intense too. Like, it's actually not crazy. In the show, she drinks it and she calls it a feces drink. I don't think it's gonna taste like feces. I can't draw a comparison. I haven't tasted too much feces. Any, I hope. That's like surprisingly good. That is way better than it has any right to be. I want that to be bad, but it's a little one note, but it kind of has like this super, it's like on the edge of like artificial green apple taste, but it's just shy of that where it's like, it kind of tricks you or me into being like, hot damn, that is just the freshest, tartest, green, sour apple I've ever had in my life. Something about the vinegar with the maple syrup. You don't taste the maple syrup at all, but I also don't taste vinegar. Something happens between them where we get this new flavor. It's like a chord on a piano, you know? You play 3 different notes, you get this emotion. That's kind of the idea, I guess, with all cocktails. It's gross to look at. I mean, there's chunks of floating butter and pepper in there, but it might even be good. I'm embarrassed to say. I like it. God damn it. It's good. I gotta check out what other people did with this drink because I don't think anybody, I think people are making it and it's disgusting and they're hating it. I wanna know what specs they're using because this is fine. Do you wanna try it?
Yeah, your curve might be a little different since you've truly tasted hell. I mean, I wouldn't choose it, but it's not.
I would choose it.
Really?
I like it.
I don't dislike it.
I don't think that the butter needs to be in there at all.
I'm getting, it's a lot of vinegar. If it was a little less vinegar, I think it's not bad.
Yeah.
If I was served that, I would drink it. I don't think I'd order it again.
Fine. I can understand that. I can respect that. Yeah, I might not order it a second time for my second round at the bar, but I would remember it fondly. It doesn't taste very vinegary to me, but it is like a very bright, very loud flavor. Like I'm using this white moderne vinegar. If I was using like a more industrial vinegar, it might taste a lot different. But this is actually pretty mild, and I think that's one of the things that's working here. I'm smelling this now, and this might have been a misstep. I think we should have just gotten like a 99-cent jug of garbage vinegar. That might be really disgusting. If you just leave me a list of ingredients, I'm going to probably use those ingredients in a way that will have the best chance of being drinkable. So if you give me specs, you know, 2 ounces of this, 1 ounce of that, then I'm stuck. I gotta make whatever it is, and that could be very bad. James Gunn, make my drink. That's the challenge. I challenge James Gunn to try my version of the Peace Train and tell me that it tastes like feces. To you, sir. Well, up next, we're gonna make the actual Peace Train recipe, which is a total letdown because it should have saved us from this drink, but this drink was fine. All right, so there's another drink called the Peace Train. It's from like 1972, probably named after the Cat Stevens song, and I don't know who invented it. I've looked, we can't find this information, and frankly, it's not worth finding out. It doesn't matter. It's not gonna be a very remarkable cocktail. It's a very simple drink. It's stirred. Let's stirve this drink. Stirve it? Let's stirve it. Stirve is a portmanteau of stir and serve. You don't stir it and serve it, you stirve it. That's how language works. So we're going to start with a 1 ounce pour of sweet vermouth. Stir drink, right? 1 ounce pour of sweet vermouth, and we're gonna need an ounce of Calvados. 1 ounce of Calvados. This is apple brandy that is popular in Europe. So if you're an American, we might call this Applejack. They're very similar. So it's a spirit, it's brandy made from apples, from cider. And there's some pedantic dudes in the comments right now saying, no, Applejack is made through Jack distillation. It's not anymore, it's not. It hasn't been for a really long time. Jack distillation is where you take your apple cider and letting it freeze and throwing away the ice, which is the water part, and that concentrates the alcohol into a spirit. That's really not a safe way to do your distillation. So I'm told, I've heard from some real cowboy guys who say, it's fine, don't worry about it. Don't be a wimp. Be a man, blow out your back. 1.5 ounces of gin. We're gonna stick with our Ryan Reynolds gin. Just change the name to Ryan Reynolds gin. It's basically what it is known as. Why don't I have a gin? How come oh, he's more famous. All right, and better looking. And we want a 1/4 ounce of yellow Chartreuse. Yellow Chartreuse is a secret recipe, but it's basically green Chartreuse with some honey and lightly sweetened and lightly deproofed. And I mean lightly, it's 43% alcohol, so it's still plenty high proof. Let's stir that over ice. Stirring hand is not really cooperating right now. I don't know why, but this drink just feels like it wants to go into a brandy snifter. It seems like you would drink it while sprawled on the shag carpet that lines your conversation pit alongside one of those like cone-shaped mid-century modern fireplaces. And in the shag carpet, you've got like a charcuterie board with cheeses and stuff, like right next to the fibers. It's kind of gross. And there's a heavy mist filter on the lens. Everything's very soft, very brown. That's what it seems like to me, and it would go in a snifter in that case. It's a Rodney drink. Okay, here we go. This is a Peace Train. My notes call it Peace Train Real. I don't have a garnish for it. I found one recipe in one article from like Screen Rant or something like that mentioned this. I actually don't know anything about where this drink came from. So if it originally called for a garnish, what do you do with a snifter? I guess you palm it. Not like that. There you go. If it originally called for a garnish or something like that, I would guess a twist of orange or lemon wouldn't be the worst thing in what I'm smelling. And what am I smelling? Mostly the Calvados, and mostly the yellow Chartreuse. That tiny 1/4 ounce of Chartreuse is very nosy. It's very herbal. It's nice. I like it. It's fresh. Is it piney? I don't know if it's piney, but it's like in that direction. I don't think it's like pine salt at all, but maybe like juniper-ish, a touch. But that could also be the gin, but that's not really a very juniper-forward gin. Aviation. It doesn't say London Dry on it. I think most people would call it a New American, which tones down the juniper a little bit. Yeah, I mean, Chartreuse, that's what I smell mainly. Let's have a little Peace Train. It's like I gotta say, I like the Peacemaker's drink better. It's the way more interesting drink. This is a pretty boring drink. It's just sort of like, man, a little flat, a little watery. You know, there's a little bit of character in there, but it doesn't have any kind of like, there's no bass notes in this. And the treble notes that are there are thin, reedy, and not very pronounced. It is maybe a louder gin, honestly. You know, maybe like a Bombay or a Beefeater or something like that, or a Tanqueray is fine. Like a real London Dry might be better here. Nothing against Aviation. This just might not be the drink for it, but like it just kind of tastes weak, not very pronounced, not a lot of flavor. I'm getting a little bit of those brandy notes. The Calvados is expressing mostly like raisins there. I got that strong raisin flavor for just a second. I'm not getting apples very much. Maybe, let me correct that. Maybe I am getting a very faint wisp of apple. The big part of the flavor of apples is sweetness. Without sweetness, what's left of apples barely tastes like apples to us, unless you really think about it. But that could also be Chartreuse, because the Chartreuse can kind of taste that same way. Those super dried out apples. A little simple might go a long way here. I don't actually have any within arm's reach, and I wouldn't want to mess with the spec that much. I will say this, for a cocktail that's got zero sweetness added to it, it's pretty drinkable. Like, it's not bad. It's just not inspiring. It's just, there's a lot in there. Gin, sweet vermouth, Calvados, and Chartreuse. And Calvados is not like a common ingredient. You know, you're going out of your way a little bit to make this. You want it to be a little bigger. It's a little boring. You know, now in retrospect, maybe Antica would be better here because it brings that vanilla. It's a lot sweeter. This might be a drink you could ditch the vermouth. Go real sweet, go port. Yeah, we might have something there. Or a Madeira. That might be very interesting. And in keeping with like the Chartreuse and Calvados, that's very sophisticated European vibes. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if they have an association of sophistication, but in my mind, over here in the States, they do. As it stands, this is just kind of a boring, wet fart of a drink. All right, bye. Kind of a real downer, huh? Should we do something crazy here? Should we do something insane? What if new and old got together? Let's all get along. Let's make a real peace train. Everybody gets along. No, it's not better, it's worse. That old school peace train got into my modern peace train and messed it all up. It's ruined it. I kind of just want to drink some vinegar now. Wash this terrible taste out of my mouth. Genuinely delicious. No wonder I like that peace train so much. That's really good. My face is turning red. My eyes are watering. My nasal passages are clearing, but that's nice vinegar. This has been How to Drink, the show about cocktails and how to drink them. So I'm on the internet at all these social places. I'm on Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Yeah. I've been making the show for like 6 years. I end every episode saying this, so from here out, I'm just gonna say blah beep boop beep boop, bloop bleep, blue blue bleep blue. Good night and good luck. I will see you soon with another episode of Bleep Blop Bleep Blop Bleep Bleep Bleep.